Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you about snow gear. Now, we've all probably heard that the PCT this year has had a record level of snowfall. In the Sierras in February, it was about 25 feet, so it's a lot of snow. So it's important that everyone hiking the PCT is prepared for the snow. Now, you might have seen on Second Chance Hiker's channel that he just posted a video about the snow levels at San Jacinto, and no one's really been there yet. And those that do go there, it's recommended to use snowshoes. So we'll see how that goes, but at least for me, I'm leaving in about a month now, and I have some time to let the snow melt, but with that come other challenges such as river crossings. So today I am going to go into the gear that I have for the snow. So the first item that I am taking to help prepare me for the snow is my raincoat. So this is the Outdoor Research Helium 2 jacket, and this is just a layer that I will be using outside my puffy, and this will provide a layer of warmth. Now, I decided to go with Outdoor Research brand instead of Frog Togs just because it is pretty warm. Whenever I'm out, this does actually add a bit of warmth to whatever I'm wearing. And I am very prone to the cold, so taking this guy. And to accompany that, I have my Outdoor Research Helium 2 pants, and I love these. Now, they do run a little small around the legs, so normally I am about a small in everything pants, but for these guys I had to go up to the medium because my thighs are a little thick for the small leggings. And one thing that I really like about these pants is that at the bottom it can zip up, so if you don't want to take off your shoes, you can just slide your feet into these pants and not have to worry about that. So similar to the jacket, these pants do provide an extra layer of warmth, and it provides a surprising amount of warmth. Usually when I'm out in the snow down to about 27 degrees is what I've been in thus far. I've worn my ARCTERYX Row LT leggings and just these and walked about, and it was warm enough for me. As far as the durability for these pants, they aren't the most durable. So one advantage of having the Frog Togs is that they're so cheap, especially compared to these pants, that if you get a tear in them, just toss them out. But with these guys, if you get a tear in them, you'll probably want to re-sew them, or hopefully REI or wherever you got them from can help you fix them. How I know this is that the other day I went sliding down a hill that had a lot of snow and ice, and I got a rip in my bum. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, now I was going down a slope that wasn't just solid snow, it was ice with a couple branches, but it was right next to a cliff, so I didn't feel like walking was the best decision, so I decided to slide on my bum down the hill, and this happened. You can probably fix it, but unfortunately these pants are so expensive and not the most durable. I haven't really had a chance to see the durability on the jacket yet, just because it probably won't take the same beating as the pants would, especially when you're sliding down a hill. But I'm sure places like REI would be more than willing to help you fix that. Another item that I have to go through the snow is my ice axe. Now this is the CORSA Camp Ice Axe, 60 centimeters, and that size was good for me, but if you go on REI's website, they have a helpful guide for choosing which ice axe size is best for you. Now, this guy weighs in about 8.8 ounces, it's around half a pound, and I haven't had the chance to use it yet, but before I go on the PCT, I will be practicing rescuing myself when sliding down a hill in safe conditions. And I think it's really helpful to know how to do that, especially this year because there's so much snow and you're in more dangerous situations where that could happen. And yeah, so try out your ice axes before you go on the slopes. Now the next hardcore item that I have for handling the snow are my crampons. Now these are the HILLSOUND crampons that come in around 15.7 ounces. And so far I have loved these. I have gotten many opportunities to try these out when just hiking around the BC area. And I actually went on a hike this weekend where it was incredibly icy, and I wish I had taken these. We ended up having to turn around just because it was dangerous, because we were just in our hiking boots and we needed these guys. Now, when to use crampons. Crampons are best used when the snow is hard or it's ice. And as last weekend was a lot of ice, these would have been great. Now, they are a bit heavy, but I feel really safe knowing that I have a durable brand of crampons, and you can get these guys at REI. Now those two last items were the main ones that I will be adding to my trip when I go into the Sierras, and potentially starting out with them depending on how warm the spring is and how much snow melts. Now another item that I think is completely essential this year on the PCT, at least during the snow, is this guy, an InReach. Now with these dangerous levels of snow, it's going to be really helpful to have just an emergency beacon that if something goes wrong, you can have the option to call for help. Now this guy is fairly large. There are smaller ones that are available that weigh less, and there's one InReach Mini, but I decided to go with this guy just because I wanted to have the backup GPS system. So if my phone dies, I could still have this. Now another item that I will be getting for the PCT are sandals. And I wasn't originally thinking of getting these guys just because I wanted to save on weight, but because of the high snowfall and there's probably gonna be crazy river crossings because of it, I think it would be a good option for me to bring these sandals. And I didn't want to bring just like very lightweight flip-flops because I want something more durable, so when I get to those river crossings I can take off my hiking shoes and I can put on those sandals that will get me across the river and not have to worry about them falling off, and so I can keep my hiking shoes as dry as possible. Whether or not I will take my shoes off to cross rivers, that's to be determined, but for now I like that option to keep my shoes more dry and be able to cross the river safely. And the last thing that is going to help prepare me for the snow is this jacket, and this is the ARCTERYX CERIUM jacket, and I think it weighs about 11 ounces, but it is a really warm jacket that has gotten me through down to 19 degrees and just wearing a couple more layers underneath, and I've been really happy with it so far. But as far as durability, it's probably not gonna be too durable because the fabric is fairly thin. And one thing that I have noticed is that the feathers have already started to come out. And I know other brands like Mountain Hardwear have a down jacket similar to this, and I'm not sure if those feathers would not come out as much. Maybe they do, maybe it's just down jackets, but that is something that I would like to have changed in this jacket, is that maybe keep the feathers in for longer. Whenever I take out an extra layer, feathers fly everywhere. Yeah, so that's all the supplies that I will be taking that will really help me to get through those snowy areas that I will be facing on the PCT. As far as the snow this year, there has been a bit of fear mongering. I believe someone told me just don't go this year, but I gotta go this year. I've been planning it for a year. I'm not gonna wait another year to go. I am finally graduating and I wanna go. I can't wait another month. I can't wait another day. So I'll be going, and I know there will be extra challenges that I have to face, but it'll just make you that much stronger. yeah, so if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along my journey. And in the next month before I venture onto the PCT, I'll be posting just some gear videos and some reviews of the gear that I have tested out, and part of that will be my tent, and the next one's going to be my sleeping bag that I bought, which I am extra excited about because it is a sleeping bag with a hood, and it is 2 pounds, 4 ounces, made for 0 degree Fahrenheit weather. Now that's probably, you can survive at 0 degrees Fahrenheit, but I was really looking forward to having that traditional hood, and I will go more into that in my next video. So I'll catch you next week, and thanks for watching.